I hope you can relate. Sometimes there's just certain people who, every time they open their mouth, the things that they think are words that are coming out, all you can hear are farts. Like, really shitty opinions. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like, sometimes I struggle to really accept certain people who are out there and their outlandish, ridiculous, nonsense views. I do my best to remain level-headed. But I'm sure we all have those people out there that just every time they speak, you roll your eyes. You go, oh. You just had to weigh in on the subject, didn't you? Just seeing that this particular person is still alive and breathing and consuming oxygen pisses me off. Anyway. No More Heroes 3! I've been putting off returning to this, and the reason why is because I didn't actually have a super great time during part 1. And I'm hoping that perhaps the game gets better when I put a little more time into it, but I mean, I'm skeptical it's gonna. Made the announcement. We are now officially live. So, I think what I have to do now is the next, like, major ranking battle. Yeah. But there's probably still stuff on the map I can interact with. Can I get the map up? Yes, I can. Can I set a custom waypoint? Oh, I can fast travel between locations. But I can't actually... Ah, but I can set a custom waypoint. It doesn't tell me I can, but I can. Excellent. Then in which case we can at least clear out what's on this map. Get a good idea of what there is to do in this area. I just need to make sure I've still sort of got a grasp on how to play this. Because otherwise we'll go straight into the qualifier battle and I'll be rusty as all hell. I dread to think what it's going to be like going back to Hi-Fi Rush, now that I've been away from it for a little while. Speaking of rusty... I'm here to propagate fashion. Oh, it's another one of these. New t-shirt. Hey, Johnny, how's it going? Hey, Johnny. Johnny. Is there a person out there that, like, every time they open their mouth, you're just like, oh, can't stand you? You got anybody like that? Like, you don't have to tell me who it is. I just want to know I'm not the only person who has someone that, whenever that particular person speaks, you're just like, oh shit, here we go again. Because I like to think I'm fairly sort of accepting and understanding, but my god. There are just... Whew. Breath of the Wild. Maybe one of these days I will give that another shot. Can collection? What is this? Like a dragon?
3, 2, 1, let's go.
It's not quite like a dragon. I'm expecting this, like, high-speed chase through the streets.
You see that?
All that pop-in that's still happening. This game is... whew! This game's ugly. Yeah, it's gotten to the point where if I even think of that person's voice, I shake my head to rattle it out. Yeah, same. Just need to deal with something. That might shock them. They're not expecting a text from that number. New level unlocked. So how does it differ?
3, 2, 1.
The bubbles move now? No. The bubbles don't appear to be moving. I'm not even sure if the containers have moved.
Yeah!
Is that the level 1 volunteer mission? No. When it says new level unlocked, it must have unlocked it somewhere else on the map. Just to make it extra confusing.
Ouch.
Defense mission! This will get me back in the swing of things. Make me a bit less rusty.
Here we go.
I mean, No More Heroes is No More Heroes. It's really hard to be rusty, but... My lock-on. LT. This game seems louder than the others. I think we had that issue last time. Hey, Draven, how's it going? Hey, Draven. Let's say... Like, I don't need to know who it is, but let's say, hypothetically, is there a person who, every time they specifically open their mouth, you're like, oh, God, they have to weigh in on the subject. You know, they have to make sure their 2 cents are known. Oh, great, I have to listen to them now. What makes them the authority? Is there someone like that in your life?
And she.
In what context?
There.
Well, if I give the context, you'll know who I'm talking about. Let's say that when stuff happens in gaming news, there's a person who has to have an opinion, and they have to share their opinion and make sure it's known for all their shitty little followers. Like, is there someone like that every time they open their mouth and speak, you just like, oh, you roll your eyes, you think, oh, here we go. Good, good. I just want to make sure that I'm not the only one who feels that way about someone, you know? Because I want to make sure that's not weird. SW? More like SJW.
Here we go, Bloodberry.
How many waves? 2 waves. Not too bad.
Raspberry.
Speaking of the name of the game, this is No More Heroes 3.
I'm gonna crush you.
Match up the slots 30 times. This is No More Heroes 3. And I have to make a decision today. Because this was the February action game, right? February is a busy month. And I'm not entirely sure if I'm really feeling this game enough. I'm not sure if I'm feeling this game enough to, like, do more than a few parts of it. So this isn't... I was kind of hoping there'd be a little bit more Moane-ness in this, you know? Admittedly, you had to get halfway through No More Heroes 2 in order to see some tits. I mean, these games have always been slow burners.
So easy.
Pyong. It's... yeah, it feels quite lifeless a little bit, this one. I've checked everything here. Go back to Santa Destroy.
War.
Granted, what we're playing here is a Switch game rezzed up. Sure, but the amount of pop-in this makes me wonder if this Xbox version was really something of an afterthought. Like, I get that impression from this. Yeah. Like a port done, yeah, as you say, out of obligation. That's how it feels.
The number 9 ranked assassin is Gold Joe. He is a space ore dealer.
A space
His
ore
metals
dealer.
sells hazardous ores and minerals. The ores are made into weapons of mass destruction. So he is a threat to the peace and safety of the galaxy.
Sometimes
Go
that's
crazy, Travis. Welcome
often
to
the case.
Garden of
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there will never be a better Maroon 5 album than the first one. But that will always be my opinion of Maroon 5. Songs About Jane is where it's at. Well, the only Maroon 5 album that sounds like Maroon 5's first album is Maroon 5's first album. Every other one was chasing what was pop. Whereas Songs About Jane had like a mixture of rock and like train.
It means these guys have all come from different planets. This
A
sounds
unique
dangerous.
sound that
We gotta think of a way
wasn't
to bring it back.
replicated after that.
Just remember that Earth also counts as a planet in space. Bloodthirsty people are generally the same everywhere. Now come on, let's go.
Skull Joe. Good Joe. He is space ore dealer. He is also sounds like C-3PO.
I hope you liked it! My hyper-modern artwork. I project images relevant to one another onto physical matter, making it seem as though there's a beautiful space existing right there. It's cutting-edge magic.
So projection mapping, right? I'm already sick of seeing that shit. With this sort of thing, from like the second time you see it, your brain already understands what's going on. You can't not see it as fake.
Oh, snap! Snap, crackle, and pippity-pop! You guys on Earth are really something. To think that you'd be ahead of us in this sort of artwork?
Also, that's way too much time wasted on something like simple projection mapping. Don't waste budget money on shit like this.
Oh, snap!
Pilot's Brief's so good.
Snap, crackle, and pippity poppity pop! Criticized? And by an Earthling?
Well, judging by what I see, I'm assuming you use magnets, huh?
Oh, snap! Snap, crackle, and pippity poppity poopity pow!
So you're gonna use
Suda
the
Goichi
red
has such a
light from the
vibe.
south to bust out some just slightly puzzle-ish attacks, right?
Damn! Snap, crackle, and dot damn!
That's what I thought. Bingo. Okay, I'm just gonna put this out there. For red, throw up an N mark above your head, and throw up an S for blue. That'll make it simpler. Gamers like that kind of thing.
I don't know if I can do exactly as you say, but I'll try my best.
I think those criticisms were leveled at this game when it came out on Nintendo Switch. That people said the open world felt kind of tacked on.
Raspberry super kill.
How do I do that? God. That's it. It's the right stick. I was forgetting how to do that. I want to play through the... Yeah, okay. I want to play through this at least once for the set pieces. But I think fully completing this is not something I'd be necessarily sold on doing. I'm curious why I'm throwing up a shield all the time. Like, if that's an easy mode difficulty thing. Like, I seem to block most attacks. I just realized it's Forever Alone Day tomorrow. Shit! Another year, another Forever Alone Day. On the one hand, I don't think that counts, but on the other hand, I'm happy for you.
Is this the shit you've been smuggling? Wow, you're a real shitty guy, huh?
You probably shouldn't touch that stuff. It's super dangerous. It'll melt stuff. Like, everything. That's why it makes such good money.
All right then. Bon appetit!
No! Anything but that! That's dangerous! Like, seriously dangerous! Ah! I was framed! I was double-crossed! Ah! No! No!
Beautiful.
Oh! No! 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 Oh!
It's the ones who don't look like bad guys who are the real bad guys.
Fucking hell. This is stupid. This game is so stupid.
Congratulations. You have been recognized as number 9 in the galactic rankings.
What's that light? Is it flying?
Well, here, Talbot, you guys are up.
You know, I never actually knew those dudes' names till now.
The series is going to keep going, right? So we kind of had to give them names.
That's your style, huh?
You like it, don't you?
Yeah, not bad. But whatever. This is space, right?
Can we do the small talk later?
Space.
You're still at the number 9 spot. You've got a ways to go.
Okay, yeah. But before all that, I want to ask you something. Also, I need to talk to you.
You want to ask me something?
Why are you helping them? Is it because it's your job?
It is for you. I mean, being your wife and all. I do what I can to help my husband out.
What does that even mean?
These guys are basically evil aliens. We do not know when they might swarm Earth. So we need some kind of order.
Confirmed.
Yeah, that's true. If we're using the same type of ranking system as usual, then I've got a lot more experience.
Husband and wife.
The UAA is running this thing.
Damn, Sylvia. Are the kids doing okay?
We do not have time. I will set up the match for the next ranking battle. Make sure you kill them dead.
Sylvia, I still need to talk to you.
Tell me how the kids are. Apparently so. Travis and Sylvia had kids. Love it. Absolutely love it. Space Adventure Cobra vibes from this. It's definitely got that space romanticism of the 60s. But I mean, if Gold Joe isn't a reference to, like, Golden Boy from Space Adventure Cobra, then honestly I don't know what he's meant to be a nod to. Apart from C-3PO, of course. What's his name? Anthony Daniels? Very sort of Anthony Daniels voice for Golden Joe. What you got in the Chew Leader? This is the underrated Tango Dark Berry. This stuff is oh, so good. That fucking Netflix screen gets me every time.
Your guest has arrived. Mr. Black Knight Direction.
Huh. Let him in.
All right?
And just who do we have next?
The Emperor of the Night. What?
This was
No, that's not what I meant.
my local, so yeah, they sell it at the
You wanna
RRP
help?
on the bottle.
Then sit there quietly.
Lord Fu, I am honored to get to see you again. Any wish of yours is old Black Knight Direction's command.
Black Knight Direction.
Dealt with. I'm leaving him to you. Don't let me down.
I will not let you down.
Are you saying that Fu doesn't really love Damon? I love you, Damon! Paul Mercer. Black Knight Direction is Paul Mercer. Any relation to Matt Mercer?
What's Miike's best film? That'd be Gozu.
Gozu, yeah.
Gozu, of course.
Gozu's pretty good.
What's the most badass Miike film?
Audition.
Dead or Alive.
Oh,
You?
Dead or Alive's a good
Swallow
shout.
the straw. Nice.
Was Audition him?
What's the most fucked up Miike film? Audition.
Yeah, Audition, yeah.
I'd say, Visitor Q. Oh shit, I haven't seen that one.
Me neither.
For reals? Oh, you gotta see Visitor Q. Let me borrow it. Nope, you're totally gonna keep it. I'll give it back. Come on, you know I will. Hell no, you always steal my shit after borrowing it. Okay, then check this out. I'll lend you the whole Kaoru-chan series. Riki is so badass. Yeah, Riki is hella badass. Why did Hollywood pass him by like that? The MCU should bring Riki in. Oh, that'd be the shit.
These conversations are just fucking up.
Gee,
I'm hungry.
Aww. Wow. This fucking game. I swear to God, this game.
Which one?
Oh. That is... Woo. Visitor Q is on the archive. I think Visitor Q is in my collection. I'm fairly sure I've seen that box when I've been going through my my DVDs. I was thinking I should watch a couple of Miike's, but then it's like I am spoiled for choice because the guy's directed so many fucking films. $25K Utopia coins. Fucking hell. Gotta love those 2 raw reel emails. $51 grams. Can't fast travel to anywhere else yet. Maybe I can't fast travel there because I haven't found the road that leads there yet. Nope. That's just a bridge that takes me around to the area I'm already on. Does the game just want me to complete defense missions then? Over and over? Like, I've already played these defense missions. No question marks on the map to follow. What happens if I play a defense mission I've already played?
Let's go.
I think you're right. This open world is what makes this a bit sort of messy. Like, No More Heroes 2, for example, it got rid of the open world, and at the time I was quite sort of unhappy about that. But in hindsight, 2 got right to the action. Everything was from a menu, it was very quick to pick where you wanted to go, and you were there. you still had the side jobs in the form of, like, arcade-style games, which made them more, more endearing, just more interesting. Because it didn't feel like you were doing a side job, it didn't feel like padding. And all the missions were selected from a list. Scroll down, pick where you want to go, and you were there. And this is definitely... definitely a different kind of beast. In which case, if all I have to do is raise money for the next set of missions, then the fastest way to do that is to play that one defense mission that's like 10 waves. I'll try and remember where that was.
Shortcut.
I'm struggling to get the same feel from this open world as I do from the open world in No More Heroes 1. Where's that driving backwards? Oh, it's just the back of it looks like the front. Gotta try and find that defense mission that was 10 waves, because that's probably the fastest way to earn money. Ah, 2 waves. This has a whole sort of VR feel to it that's...
Come on, let's get this over with.
Nothing in this feels weighted. In the same way that, like, No More Heroes 1 and 2 feel weighted. And the whole killing off a main character, that, like, worked in No More Heroes 2, because they hadn't done it yet. I guess spoilers for anybody who hasn't played No More Heroes 2, but might. At the start of the game, Travis is presented the head of his friend Bishop. Severed head on a platter. And that is what encourages him to get out of retirement and return to the assassin gig. Because the person responsible for cutting off his friend's head was the person at the top of the assassin rankings. And it's revealed in the final boss fight that the final boss has also, just before that battle, severed all his friends' heads. And you've got a platter there with, like, everyone's head on it. You're like, the fuck? And then at the end, it's revealed they're all fake heads. And nobody's dead. And Bishop has been alive the whole game. So you were basically tricked into taking part in a revenge mission. Once you've done that once, it doesn't work again. Like, pretending to kill off cast members doesn't work again. So I very much doubt that Badman is dead. I very much doubt it. Because I know what this storytelling is like. there's no way Badman is dead. They've already pulled this trick once before in No More Heroes 2. Maybe they felt like Alien Invasion on its own wasn't enough. Like, I get it, the whole Alien Invasion thing is a deliberate, like, nod to the MCU. And they've already name-dropped MCU and Marvel in this. It's very clear what they were influenced by. And given when this game came out, it was, you know, development of this game and when this game came out was peak Marvel MCU era. So I get that's what they're sending up. Who are you? Travis, find the real me. Oh, I got her? 5 waves. Okay, this is the one. I can farm this one a lot faster than a 2-wave one. I think I'll gain more coin.
Here we go.
It definitely does feel like padding, though. It really does. You know what I'm hoping for, right? Deep down inside? That tomorrow, the love of my life turns up at my front doorstep. No, I'm kidding. What I'm hoping is that... oh, we were in the area doing other fiber to other properties. And we've got time to install yours now. That's what I'm hoping for. We've got our Forever Alone Day game planned, and I've got a backup should that game end early, or I decide I'm not into it. Wasn't it always said by Suda that he felt like a No More Heroes 3, you know, that Travis's story had been told? I could have sworn there was a quote along those lines. That a No More Heroes 3 wouldn't work because Travis's story has been told in full. Like, maybe we're onto something if we say Goichi Suda's heart wasn't in this. Because, I mean, that's possible, isn't it? I mean, the heart is in the cutscenes, and the writing, and the references, and the nods, and the auteur elements, but the gameplay is... Is Travis Strikes Back good? Have I been sleeping on a game that's good just because it wasn't No More Heroes 3? Because I was under the impression it was like a shit Hotline Miami. Great little story beats. Story beats alone might save it. Might save it. I'm pretty sure I bought it on Steam. I can easily check. Got a notification as well. I don't have Travis Strikes Back on Steam. I thought I did. I think it keeps going down to cheap, though. It's on my wish list. That's probably why I keep seeing it. I kept putting it on hold. There's a lot of the same design language in Travis Strikes Back and this. Just looking at the screenshots, there's a lot of the same design language. Maybe that's why No More Heroes 3 looks like a mobile game. Final Fantasy mobile game ad. Thank you very much for sitting through the ad. Of course, viewers don't have to sit through the ad. Oh, I see. In the top right, that is progress to the... Right. That's progress to the fee. Got it. Because I thought, like, I had to collect red coins around the map. Because the coins were red. You know? A Lollipop Chainsaw remake without Suda. Just re-release the original. It looks fine on emulators, it's just buggy. Re-release the original. What next? Shadows of the Damned without Suda. Speaking of without Suda, do we know if Grasshopper Manufacture is even, like, involved in the remaster of Fatal Frame on Wii? Shadows of the Damned... Was that sweary? I get all these fucking directors crossed. Especially those two. Goichi Suda and sweary. Because they're both... they're both Ameribus. Like, big time Ameribus. Thought it was Grasshopper Manufacture, though. Oh, right, so Suda was still involved with it. You're just being particular about how it didn't match his vision. Hmm. What about, Killer is Dead? Because, I've been sitting on that for so long. When that came out, I remember there being, like, major graphics card bugs with the PC version. And, like, certain processors couldn't even play it. The game wouldn't open. I think I got that on Steam. But I've never bothered trying to play it because I get the feeling it's probably a pain in the ass to get running. And it still shows 2 and a bit coins. Utopia coin. Wasn't it 25k that I needed? So don't I have enough? Should work out of the box. Alright. So, whatever the issue was, they probably fixed it. Righto. Then in which case, that's a nice large game to... Well, I would say that's a nice large game to test the new fiber connection. But, the day I get fiber installed is the day Ishin comes out. Well, the day Ishin is available for preload. Which is also the day Ishin is playable for people who bought Ishin. Find scorpions all over the city. It's not clear where I'm meant to go. Ishin, I think, is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be the main thing this month. Apart from Hogwarts, because I wasn't expecting Hogwarts to be so good. Wait. The original Lollipop Chainsaw was a James Gunn joint. Oh. I might go back and give it another shot. I didn't realize there was trauma DNA in it. Okay. There's trauma DNA in my Lollipop Chainsaw. Then I'm sold. I know that Jimmy Uringer was involved. He played the first boss. But I guess I wasn't aware at the time maybe who James Gunn was. But in more recent times, you know. Please tell me there's something cool here. What's the point in this open world? Oh, get on the highway and head to the Thunderdome. Oh, hey, the game actually tells me on LB what I should be doing. Never mind, it's my own stupid fault. Basket case. Is that a James Gunn? I tell you what I'm sitting on. I've been sitting on this. It half been painful. No, I've been sitting on this. Let's start that. As a gorehound, I feel like that might be up my alley. I heard people fainted in the theater when they went to see Terrifier 2. Ah, Thunderdome. Here we go. Right. New area. New area means new tasks. New missions. Brian Usner-esque. That's enough for me. I like me a nice bit of, cringy body horror. I'm game. Have I done perfect dodge 25 times? No. Oh, come on. Why can't I drive through that?
Ouch!
Like, invisible walls just feel stupid, you know? In something like this. I could just walk around. Oh, right, I get it. I think I get it. Here's what's going on. Instead of having a dungeon that you go through, right? What they've done is they've taken the separate rooms of the dungeon, taken them out of the dungeon, and made you have to find those rooms on the world map.
Transform! Get some!
When instead it would have made sense to do like room boss. Now it's like drive to the circle, find the room, open the room, enter the room, complete the room, drive to the next room, enter the room, complete the room, drive to the next room. That's how they've chosen to do this. Okay. It could be a deliberate pastiche of, like, how games are made. It could be. But I'm wondering if Suda would deliberately sabotage his own game.
Time has come! That's huge!
Find the core, damage the core.
Strawberry, right on. Raspberry, double kill. Blueberry, triple kill. Cranberry, super kill. Boysenberry, purple. Blackberry, blueberry, ruby. Gooseberry, bastard.
Raspberry. I've been jammed. There's only one man who would pull a raspberry on me. Fuckhead! 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 God.
it! Death is part of life. Suck it! Spread the fear. Suck it! Death is part of life.
Boom.
Down, pesky ass mosquito! Nice sword.
At least he's allowed to use his robot this time. I remember in No More Heroes 2 getting told off for using my robot. Travis, your robot has to be confiscated. No, not strawberry shortcake! all this game is making me do is remember how good No More Heroes 2 is. Travis, we are confiscating your robot. No, Sylvia, please! He was expensive! Yeah. Kind of makes me want to play through number 2. I mean, both of them got HD remasters. They're on Steam. What the fuck am I playing this for? Why did I put this in the poll? I guess because I was curious. I was curious to see how bad this could really be, you know? I had hopes this would be... Yeah, barren. Barren might be the right word.
Here we go.
I was hoping this would have a little bit more going on. I'm kind of hoping there's just a point in this game where it just becomes actual No More Heroes 3. This just makes me wish for the old days. It really does. I'm sure I'm not just like misremembering how good it was. I mean, No More Heroes 1, okay, very slow, very ploddy, and to begin with, the first level is so slow. The lead up to the first boss is just so slow. Every time you do something in a level, like a door opens or closes or a gate opens, you have to watch it as it happens on a camera. Swoops in, you know, cutscene camera. Whereas, you know, this game is fight, 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 instant, instant, instant. There's a lot less hanging around. So there's things that this does right, and there's things that this does wrong. And it just makes me wish there was a game that took the best parts of all of them. Like, had an open world, but it's not garbage. Maybe looking at it as it's barren, like, seems like an unfair thing to say. But by the same token, the area we are in right now is a literal fucking desert! It can't be any more barren than this. This has such a Unity stink to it. And yet it's UE. You say Mad Max is entirely in a desert, but really not the first one. Like, the whole desert thing doesn't really come into play. Yeah, okay, the Mad Max game. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. But the whole desert thing doesn't really come into play until, like, the second Mad Max movie. Very first one still had, like, lots of actual locations. One thing this game is missing is actual locations. There's still police, there's still law enforcement in the original Mad Max. I think that's what made the original Mad Max so compelling to me. Like, I'm not gonna say Mad Max 2 is a bad movie because it all takes place in the desert. No, because Mad Max 2 isn't a bad movie. Mad Max 2 is just a very different kind of beast. Mad Max 1 was very grounded and sort of genuine and weighted, and then Mad Max 2 is Evil Dead. Like, speed up, slow down shots, ridiculous gory effects. It's fucking amazing. And, like, No More Heroes 1 and 2 is sort of like the same... Oh my god, what if this is deliberate? I know we were joking about that, but what if this is deliberate? Like, hear me out, right? Mad Max 1, weighted, believable, genuine. No More Heroes 1, weighted, genuine. Mad Max 2, crazy, off-the-wall wacko. No More Heroes 2, crazy, off-the-wall wacko. Mad Max 3, widely considered the worst film in the Mad Max series. No More Heroes 3, widely considered the worst game in the No More Heroes... Oh my god. This goes deeper than we thought. But that means No More Heroes 4 Fury Road will be brilliant, right?
Okay, let's get deadly.
This game is definitely held back by it being intended for Switch originally. 20 to 25 years after the last one. Yeah. There needs to be somewhere I can go to level up my my equipment. Because at this point in No More Heroes 2, I'd already have the dual, the two blades, and I would already have them upgraded quite far. Diagonals. the game is scaled down, but I think in the wrong areas it's scaled down. Like, they've scaled the game down in what there is to do, but not scaled the game down in its impact on the hardware. Yeah, like, one small town that has a whole bunch of stuff to do together. Yeah, would definitely have made the open world more compelling. I mean, sure, the Nintendo Switch isn't a powerhouse, but it's still pretty impressive. I'm sure you could get a game like Naruto Rise of the Ninja going on the Switch. You know, like a nice, small but dense open world with its fair share of like interesting nooks and crannies. I'm actually having to practice perfect dodges now, because otherwise I can't get away to charge my battery. Whereas if I could level up my battery, I wouldn't need to duck away to recharge so much. I know he said get the fuck out, but what I heard was get your cock out. And I'm like, way ahead of you, bud. It's a trait of spectacle fighters. There's a desire for spectacle fighters. They are a good seller. Stuff like Devil May Cry will always be popular. And just this year, you've had a spectacle fighter with perfect dodges in it, where the perfect dodges are easier than ever, because all you have to do is line them up with the music. It's the first time perfect dodges have been more available to the player who perhaps can't read the visual cues. Hi-Fi Rush has made it possible for people who aren't even all that great as spectacle fighters to get a bead on the timing of attacks. Spectacle fighters are huge, you know? Always have been. And Bayonetta is responsible, I think, for getting a lot of people who weren't into spectacle fighters because tits and ass sells. And then you've got Nier Automata, developed by the masters of the spectacle fighter genre, Platinum Games. that breathed life into a franchise that was essentially dead. It resurrected a franchise that was dead. The Spectacle Fighters are huge. They always have been, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. Open worlds used to be impressive. There was a time when having an open world in your game was a big deal. Minoru, watch out for parasite face attack. Made up of only cell protoplasm, they're physically fragile but very intelligent. I'm pretty sure I fought this dude in the tutorial, right? I did, but I expect he's a little bit harder now.
Start the game. Just drop it.
Right on.
Reps over. Blueberry. Fuck out. Raspberry. Super. Sweet.
Physically fragile, which means my attack should cut through him like butter, right? Boing!
Gooseberry. Bastard. Fever. Fuckhead.
Special kill.
Hell yeah. Never stood a chance.
Boom. Assassin's Creed 1, I think, will, in the long run, have aged better than some of the other Assassin's Creed games. For sure. I think, in terms of enjoyment, though, if I was going to go back to an old Assassin's Creed game, to have a good time, like, just for myself, just like, you know what, I'm just gonna fucking, like, load up an Assassin's Creed game just for me and just have some fun. I would probably go right to 2 or Brotherhood. Oh, sorry, yeah, when I say 2 and Brotherhood, 2 is Brotherhood, isn't it? Or is it? Did it go 2, then Brotherhood, then Revelations? Basically, the Ezio games is where I would go.
3,
2,
2,
Brotherhood, Revelations. Right, so I'm not thinking of Revelations, I'm thinking of Brotherhood.
And dig. How are you?
Well, I wasn't expecting this, but okay. That's immediately more interesting than the other job. Brotherhood and Revelations were made in less than a year each. that does sort of make me wince, because I know what game development cycles are like. And it does, like, make me... It makes me wince when a game is made in such a short period of time. Because there's probably a great deal of crunch involved in that.
And dig! And dig! Shut up and dig!
That yearly release cycle, I think... It's kind of devalued the Xbox 360 and PS3 era. Like, you go into a shop like CEX, right? And the Assassin's Creed games, and the Tom Clancy's and whatever, and the CODs, like the yearly games, are always, like, so cheap. Because there were so many of them made. And there were so many of them bought. And there's so many of them traded into places like CEX. That whatever value those games had has well and truly, like, disappeared. Last time I felt a game launch was an event was Elden Ring. The last time I thought a game launch was an event was Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. Oh boy. And the internet made it an event when it didn't have to be an event. But I'm having great fun with that game. Having great time with that game. The mods that are out so far are very fun, and they're making the game immediately better. Maybe I have to go back to the lab in my house to level stuff up. Let's go to the ATM first and deposit the fee. So I know that the money I'm working with is my own. And then I will see if I can... Because I just remembered I got a lab back at the motel. So maybe that's where I need to go to level stuff up.
Travis is coming.
Leave him to me, Your Highness.
You think you can take him down?
Of course. He is but a simple human. I'm going to cut off his arms, and will then proceed to slice him up nicely.
Hey!
Games are definitely announced too early.
Sentimental, hmm?
Imagine if they revealed DokeV for the first time now.
This happened a long time ago. I went on a family trip to the sea, but I don't remember.
For like a 2023 release, it wouldn't be so bad. Or a 2024 release.
A shop with a glass bulb hanging from the ceiling.
The longer I have to wait for a game, the more painful it is.
Glass. And when I left the shop, there was a white lighthouse. But as for where that place was, I have no idea at all.
That's a nice story. Let's go out there and find that lighthouse together.
Lord Fu, thank you.
Now go, Black Knight direction.
I'm off.
Imagine if they started advertising a game 6 months before release. That'd be great, wouldn't it? It gives you enough time to plan. But like, if it's a big game release, it gives you enough time to plan. You can plan how you're going to afford that in 6 months. You don't need 3 years.
Gene?
Power-up machine, here we go. Hey, Naomi's in this game, even if only by name.
Nice.
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
Evil Within 3 hasn't necessarily been announced, has it? That's a tease. I would still like to think it's not Evil Within 3, but something else.
Nice. Hey. Yeah. Hey.
I didn't realize, like, the Evil Within was such a big deal, you see. Ah, replay bosses, okay. Making chips. Dino chip. Jack chip. Gaia chip. Am I meant to know what they do? Ah. Damage taken 5% up. Weapon attack 10% up. Cannot create. I'm missing the necessary coconuts. During slowdown after a perfect dodge, weapon attack 10% up. I could have done with this already. Who am I kidding? I haven't needed anything like this yet. Damage taken 7% down. That doesn't really, like, change anything if I'm relying on my blade battery to protect me. I mean, that sounds like something I'd be more likely to use. Well, it's still got the old artworks. What I like to see. Plus Ultra! Oh, fuck you! Okay. I hate how long games are in development for now. I hate how long it takes to develop a modern video game. Announcing it early, the only people that really benefits is the hiring process. Like hiring people who are interested in working on the project. That's the only way I can think in which that is ever helpful.
What?
Where's the battle? Ah, at the dome itself. There's a designated battle here. This one. There was an article or something along the lines of CGI trailers exist to
Get ready.
for the sake of hiring devs, hiring people to work on projects. I mean, at that point, if there's a risk that, like, you're getting someone in to work on a project and they might spoil it, then a studio might as well announce it at that point, because otherwise they're gonna have to, you know, hope that every single person along the chain doesn't spoil anything. That's how you end up with stuff like, Fallout 4 leaking like 3 years early. Because Kotaku were forwarded a script for the game's voice acting. That's how they knew when it was set, where it was set, that the protagonist was voiced. They had all that information years ahead of the game's release. Because people didn't keep quiet. I meant to, like, sneak up on the scorpions. Ranked battle time. We've done the designated battles. Oh. Quite nice in here.
The number 8 ranked assassin is Black Knight Direction. He is a space kidnapper. He uses an illegal, unlicensed transfer machine to kidnap important and valuable people in space and sell them to the powerful. Go absolutely wild, Travis. Welcome to the Garden of Insanity.
I just want to see the kids. Tell me, how are the kids? Yeah, this is just the lockpicking in Hogwarts.
things first.
It's good to see a lot of indie game dev. I was very jaded about indie games, especially pixel-based indie games. I always considered like pixel-based games to be the shorthand for making a game that would sell, regardless of its quality. But seeing Curse Crackers and playing Curse Crackers definitely woke me up to how good pixel-based indies can be.
Let's get this over with.
I feel like I definitely should be giving pixel-based indies like more respect than they get from me. You know, like, it's definitely changed my view on them a little. In the same way that like playing through the original Danganronpa changed my view on VNs. Sometimes all it takes is for one game in a genre you don't usually give a shot to. Sometimes all it takes is finding the one example in that style that speaks to you. And with Curse Crackers, I think I found that. The very DKC style, like hop and bop and gameplay. It's a very rhythm to the game stages, and then there's tons of secrets to find. You know, the dev saying, I think you're the first content creator I've seen find a hidden canon. I'm like, oh shit. There's a certain energy in games like that I think I've allowed myself to miss out on. Hyperlight Drifter. Now, Vinny's played that, I think. I hear the name Hyperlight Drifter. I think it's going to be a space shooter. I think it's going to be like some fucking like spacecraft game. But hearing it's very NES Zelda makes me think, shit, I probably would have liked that. The name gave me like a completely different impression as to what it was. But of course, if I had been more open to pixel-based indies, I might have already known that it was Zelda-like. Me not knowing is a perfect example of me, like, choosing to not care enough to look into it. And that's my own fault. I will admit.
What the hell is this place?
Looks like something out of Black Raid.
So is this Osaka?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Everyone's wearing tigers on their clothes. He's here.
Another ranked assassin, huh?
Probably.
I I don't sense anything. Some kind of Zen thing, maybe?
Whoa.
The fuck?
There goes his head.
Culture, huh? Didn't your mama teach you that it is not okay to steal shit?
This isn't your scene. I'll be the one to punish them.
I got no idea who the hell you are, but stay the fuck out of this. This town's problems are my problems.
You're just like they say. I've also heard that you can't solve anything without brute force.
Look, outsider, who the fuck are you anyway?
I'm from the future. It's a long story, but...
Don't bother. Once we do battle, I'll know all I need to know.
I won't hold back.
Hell yeah. That's what I want to hear.
Bring it! Activate Night Reaper mode.
Strawberry on the...
Sweet!
Shortcake!
Who the fuck is this guy? It could be Badman, but the guy also seemed to be meeting me for the first time. Calling me Grandpa as well. Maybe one of Travis's kids? Traveled back in time? Death Slow. A strange power to slow down time in your vicinity.
Activate Night Reaper mode.
Spin death throw!
Right on.
I'm gonna crush you!
I gotta find where he's gone. You know, there's no dash button.
Screw Crusher death kick!
Kind of hoping I could move faster. As No More Heroes, it's getting better.
Alright.
I like that these power-ups are like chips or cards, like a Kamen Rider might have to use their special moves.
Activate Night Reaper mode.
Grandpa? Like, actually Grandpa? As in, like, Travis's kids?
Death melt shower!
Right on.
Sounds almost like Gene's voice. But Gene's a cat. Three abilities at once.
Hell yeah!
Activate Night Reaper mode.
Anti-gravity death force!
Ooh, these power-ups are really good.
So the rumors are true.
And just who'd you hear these rumors from?
You keep tossing out all this fucking foreshadowing.
I'll explain it all once I take you down.
You really talk a lot of shit. This is where I actually start trying.
Good, good. Get ready, Grandpa.
Watch your damn mouth. I'm not even close to being a grandpa yet. Now it's time for a little spanking.
Fucking hell.
Death metal shower.
Strawberry, right on.
Is that all you got? Anti-gravity death force. Screw crusher death kick. Cranberry super kill. Poison berry.
This game series has always been nuts.
Get some. Strawberry. Right on. Death kick.
Activate Night Reaper mode!
Death belt shower. Super kill. Here we go.
But did they really get through Black Knight, what's his face?
Not done yet! Blast Judgment!
If he's already dead, then that means I've got up the rankings without having to work for it.
Yet. Oh, shit! Alas.
You gonna die on me without explaining all that bullshit? Whatever. You can tell me in the next world. What the hell? My katana won't budge!
Congratulations. You have been recognized as number 8 in the galactic ranking.
But I didn't even do anything.
Looks like you're doing okay.
Hey, who the hell was that guy?
There is your answer. Your body instinctively jumped into action, trying to prevent this kid from getting hurt. Why is that?
What the hell do you mean? Someone starts to fall, you help them out. Isn't that how it works?
You are an assassin. What are you doing helping people? Have you ever helped out any of your other opponents?
I mean...
Why would someone as bloodthirsty as you try to save another ranked assassin? The reason
Is what?
a secret.
Secret guy, huh? Whatever. Go ahead and sleep here. Rest it off.
I see you've gotten comfy in the Garden of Slaughter. Now, Travis, go. Off to swim the Sea of Blood.
But I didn't even get to fight Black Knight guy. Black Knight Direction. Didn't even get to fight him. And here's our anime outro again. This fucking game. How would you rank this game? What, like, so far? There's a lot of style I like, but gameplay-wise, there is a lack of substance. So I would say right now, it's a 6.5, but there's a lot to love about it. Now, if the gameplay, if the gameplay improves considerably before the end of the game, then it can only go up from a 6.5. It's only getting the 6.5 as opposed to a 6 because of the amount of sheer artistry going on. From a gameplay point of view, this is bare. But from a style and soul point of view, there is a lot here to love. I just wish there was a little bit more.
What's going on? Some assassin shows up out of nowhere and kills him?
Calm down.
This wasn't supposed to go like this. What about conquering the planet, huh?
Calm down.
Failure after failure. Seriously, what kind of aliens are...
Calm down!
Fu, can you really kill this guy?
Shut up!
Sorry. I got a bit overexcited.
Listen, Damon. This is a game. Unless someone shows up to challenge me, the game doesn't work.
Your guest has arrived. Mr. Vanishing Point.
Good, let him in.
All right.
Mr. Vanishing Point. Look at this dude.
Hey, Prince.
Can you kill this guy?
Hell yeah. Who do you think you're talking to?
You seem confident enough.
Just watch me. I'm gonna kill the shit out of him.
Show me a good time.
Anything you say, Prince. Nice.
I'll kill the shit out of this guy. So who's playing him? Mark Allen Stewart. Have a look at the reviews of the Persona 3 port that got released, and I've seen a lot of bad reviews on it. There's a lot of people who are pissed off because it's Persona 3 Portable, right? It's... Depending on who you ask, it's not the best version. So I bet there's a lot of people who are upset about that. I mean, on the one hand, it's understandable, but on the other hand, if that's all they had to work with...
I fell asleep.
Black hoodie. Show me.
Which one? That's the one.
Fuck racism! You're on. I love it. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Fuck racism. Sure thing. These fucking aliens from outer space! Aliens are inferior to humans! Can afford level 4 health, but I don't find myself in that situation where I need health. I don't have enough for that upgrade yet. I wonder if there's an achievement for equipping 3 of the same chip. No. Is FF7 happening? You mean, will I be streaming it when it comes out? Absolutely. 100%. I'm hoping that didn't carry all the way onto the microphone. Not even at the full 2 hours yet. Come on. I'd like to do at least a few more, like, side activities or something. Give my new fuck racism hoodie a spin. Ronin. Wasn't I already recommended that? Oh, 51st Chamber of Shaolin. 30,000 Utopia coin. That's not too bad. Head to Perfect World. So I don't even get to unlock a new part of the map yet? And that's not the way to Perfect World. I can fast travel to Perfect World. Fuck it. I'm on my way to Perfect World now.
Shit.
Perfect World, and it's got a picture of a hamburger. What's it trying to say? Are my designated battles here then this time? Apparently so. Let's do at least one, if not a couple of designated battles. At least get us to the 2 hour mark. Because we didn't do a full 2 hours the first time we streamed this, because it was less than 2 hours to the Nintendo Direct when I started.
Start the game.
Do we have, like, any word on when that fucking Starfield event is yet? It seems absurd to me that we haven't heard anything yet. I did pick up Crisis Core Remake, yeah. I picked it up on Xbox. Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. So I've been thinking of a concept called fitness fantasy. Alright.
Anti-gravity death force.
And it's like mixing exercises and stretches with things that happen in an RPG that's being played. So, for example, like, if I defeat an enemy, that's like so many of an action, so many reps of an action. Swinging my mansword. That's not really exercise, though, is it? It's cardio in the sense that it gets your heart pumping. No, what I mean, like, say, if you kill an enemy, it's 5 push-ups or something like that, you know, like. And the downside to a plan like this is that it ends up taking much longer to get through a game if you're constantly stopping to perform these actions. But on the plus side, by the time you finish a long RPG, you're fit, right? So that's the concept behind fitness fantasy. Oh. A soldier of slaughter with amazing hair. Captain Treatment. Sneaking from behind. Well, the only way I'm gonna do that is with a perfect dodge.
Get ready. Screw Crusher death kick. Death melt shower. Super gear.
Throw.
Spin death throw. Gooseberry.
I'm thinking it would serve as a good form of motivation. I've tried to explain this to my family, and I'm not sure they really understand where I'm coming from when I explain the issue I have. But basically, when I see, like, a video where someone explains a stretch or an exercise, like, it doesn't make sense to me exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. How do I know when I've done a rep? How do I know what a rep is? They say you'll feel it, but I'm not sure I feel it. But then some people say you shouldn't feel it. If you feel it, you're doing it too hard. How am I meant to know? So I think for me, getting a real-life personal trainer would be way more effective. Fuck. Where is he? It's me. I'm here. Where are you? Oh, you can't see me? That means it's not time just yet. What? What does that mean? Exactly what I said. You are not yet prepared. What is with this PC-98 looking ass? Stop screwing around. You harbor doubts, don't you? With regard to me and yourself. Myself? Yes. Your past. Is it really yours? What about your memories? Your body? Your mind? Enough with the riddles. I'm me. But am I really? Ah, once you begin to doubt, no end. But once the seed of doubt has been planted, that seed takes root and begins to grow. Reminds me of that game from Sega CD, Snatcher. Yeah, a little bit. I think it's the like codec style screen setup. What are you trying to say about me? We'll meet again soon. To be continued. That came out of nowhere. I think it might be good to do the other two designated battles, because if it's just these two, then when we start up next time, we're straight into story stuff. So there's less waiting around. However, if it turns out that it's not just these two and there's more to do on the other map, then at the very least it means we have less of them to do when we return for the next part. Return for the next part. I guess I've just confirmed that No More Heroes 3 is going to have another part. It's getting better all the time. It peaked around about the time we got the fuck racism hoodie, but
Bring it on! Death melt shower! Raspberry, blueberry, poison berry! Never stood a chance! Mulberry! Gooseberry!
wow, I managed to kill the other enemy in the room. I'm not arguing with it. Perhaps picking Berry Sweet was the wrong choice. Eh. I care more about the story than the gameplay here, so anything that gets the story done faster is a-okay with me. SSSSS Squad. What? Here I am, boss. The bus had to stop for my bike.
Here we go, Bloodberry! Anti-gravity death force! Strawberry, right on! Raspberry! Double hey, what's wrong?
This effect goes on too long. Find a designated match to try. Ah, there's one right down the very end. Oh, might as well. Wrong button. Boost on that thing. No, A is get off. Fuck's sake.
Shit.
I make this look harder than it is. I really do. Happen automatically? Brush yourself off, you're fine. Got him! Oh, for fuck's sake. Da 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 da! Fuck right off. There it is. Oh, it's inside the very house I crashed into. Whatever, I got the scorpion, so it was worth it. Is it getting a bit choppy on the XSplit window? Go ahead and do a refresh just to clear that up. Getting a bit choppy.
Bring it on! Death melt shower!
I had a little brain fart there for a second. I'm like, what are the controls? Perfect dodges up the wazoo. There's a few moments when this, like, really, from a gameplay point of view, is fun. I feel like I shot myself in the foot picking an easier difficulty. Here's what it is. Is that the last one I needed? Yes. And I got the tournament fee. Right, so what I'll do is I will go to a toilet and save. I think it might be better if we have the cutscene for paying the ATM fee the next time we play. So we're not, like, having a cutscene now and then forgetting what was in the cutscene. And by we, I basically mean me, because you'd probably remember, whereas I've got memory like a sieve. Okay, I'm gonna bounce. This game is getting better, and there is a significant portion of that No More Heroes soul embedded in this somewhere, and it's... That vehicle is definitely going backwards! And on that note... Until next time, if we live that long, take care. Bye-bye.